I want to say that David did type in that I wasn't able to say it at the time, that he loved your chairs, Davina.
Oh, thank you.
And he also wanted to say that the cat was named Percy, and that psychic friend of his, or the psychic friend of his, thought the cat was Percy, and that David loves all creatures.
No,
Very nice.
beautiful.
That's so nice.
Lovely.
Very good.
Thumbs up, David.
Okay.
Absolutely. He says, thumbs up, David.
So now we have number 3, the third picture of Karen.
Yeah.
Or drawing, I should say. Do you know anything about these people, Karen? Anything?
Sometimes they tell me their name or something, and this one did not. I was hoping somebody would recognize her. And sometimes they're angels, sometimes they're guides. I've done a few masters have come through, master teachers for people. Different guides. I did one, my daughter wanted one, and this beautiful woman came through, and I said, oh my gosh, you look like an angel. And she said, guardian. And then she gave me a picture of her, like she was almost infused over my daughter. And she said, I am that close, tell her. And it really meant a lot to my daughter when I told her that she was that close, and our angels are that close with us. But they always seem to be meaningful. If it's a loved one in spirit, it's just confirmation of life after death, because a lot of people they need reassurance of that. Since they don't see spirits, it's just hard to believe sometimes that our loved ones are still around us.
Right. And this is a famous person here?
No.
No. Okay.
No, just an ordinary person. She did not say who she was. Sometimes I just have to put them out there and see if somebody recognizes them. She's not, I don't feel her as an angel. I felt her more as a loved one in spirit for someone. And sometimes I get sort of in a semi-altered state, because I've had people that I know come through and I have not recognized them. If I do recognize who I'm drawing, it stops. And I guess it's that right and left brain thing that happens. And I'm sorry, am I talking too much?
No,
it's really
no, it's fascinating.
Fascinating, right?
Do you have any questions, people, for Karen about her work?
I just must say it reminds me so much. I was in the Arthur Findlay College, which is very spiritistic. I was there last year in England, in a spooky house, and it spooked. And they had those kinds of drawings or pictures or even photograph where they photographed the passaways, and they're very similar. And it is, the expression of your faces, Karen, they are very loving. They have a special kindness. And
Yes.
you could also, and I was also at the police, you could also paint pictures of people who did a crime and they don't know where they are. Phantom. Oh.
Karen,
Yes.
you mentioned that you do sessions. So what kind of sessions do you do?
I don't always do them in person. Sometimes someone will just ask me to do a drawing for them, and I do. And then I met with a lady yesterday, and I had drawn. I haven't drawn for a while, I have to say. I've kind of been going through some physical issues and retirement and trying to get used to that. So I prefer to do one-on-one sessions because I feel like I can pick up more that way. Like sometimes they give me a name or a message, and other times it's just more just I have to just trust that it's meaning something for that person. Like one I was doing, and the spirit that I was drawing said to me, I'm sorry you missed me. And the woman started crying. She said, you're drawing my grandmother. She said, I was on my way to see her and she died before I got there. So it's been a lot of moments like that. And I get still quite emotional sometimes. It's very healing for people because it touches some part of the grief that they've held on to. And this is why I'm in Annagreta's channeling class, because I want to be able to channel messages for people, especially in those situations like that where it's meaning so much to that person, helping them release. And I just think it would be so much more if I could channel more of a message to them. I'm sorry, did I answer your question?
Yes, you did.
Absolutely.
And I'm getting better. The more I practice, the better I get. And I'm trying to teach myself to be, like to get the eyes level and to put both ears on. And I did one once, and Spirit has a wonderful sense of humor. And I was giving it to the gentleman that I had done it for, and he was a guide for this young man, and I said, oh my gosh, I only put one ear on, and the Spirit said to me, he said, that's okay, I only needed one. And they're so funny. They can say the funniest things to you. And but anyway, so that's what I do. And now that I'm officially retired, I would just like to get into it more. And I do have a Facebook page. It's Karen Sampson Spirit Art, so you can see more people. And please let me know if anybody looks familiar.
Yeah, sure.
That's super. Let's do that in the next weeks, because this is. And Karen, you look so kind and so friendly. I was in deep grief or something, I would always go to you, and I would tell you all my secrets, also the dirty secrets. You
have a very gentle energy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, you can read David's comments in the chat. He says his old doesn't work. So he's sorry, but we can read you, David.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just lovely to share everyone's process, isn't it? Because we're all involved in similar but not the same processes. It's so interesting.
Yeah, it is fascinating.
And I have the feeling we are also fast unfolding. So the gifts and talents are unfolding so fast.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so we have to move on, folks.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Karen.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
That was very interesting. And we're now going to move on to Mary.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
I'm afraid I've rather overdone it. I've put too many out. I do apologize. I couldn't decide which way to go because I work in a lot of different media. But this is a ceramic piece based on a 12th century choral seat in St. Mary's Abbey in Limerick. And
Wow.
she looked like a wicked witch. So I made her look a little prettier. I couldn't bear her to look like a wicked witch. And my husband, my darling husband, Tim, saw what I was doing. And he said, make her a universal. He said, well, put other belief systems in. Don't just make her Christian. So all the symbols I collected from other belief systems. So she's
Beautiful.
a universal angel. She's not just a Christian angel. So
Nice.
that's it. I get
Yeah.
them fired. I don't have a kiln. I taught pottery in South Florida for many years when I was what was the word? Not an immigrant. I was what are you when you're out of your own country? Anyway, I lived in South Florida.
An expat, an expatriate, no?
I was an expat for nearly 20 years in South Florida, and I taught ceramics there because I had done it. In my degree, I had done it as a second. It wasn't my major. Funnily enough, my major, sorry, I can't say a word, apologize, was my major was textiles.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah, I know. So
I love this. Sorry, Marie, but I really love this.
That's very beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's unique.
There's a lot of love in this because our daughter has just produced a grandson, and she is just, I've never seen her so happy. And I started doing these for friends in my yoga class, but not mothers. I started doing Buddhas. And to make them more unique, so that you couldn't buy them in the dollar store, I put the Celtic spirals on the Buddhas, and everybody wanted one. So I have been making Buddhas on and on in closed down, but I haven't put any here because I put too much anyway. So anyway, when she produced this beautiful baby, we couldn't go visit him. So I started to make him and her. And that's why there's a lot of love. And I know I'm guided, but I don't know the name of my guides. And I don't really care, as like somebody else was saying. I just make. And I release, I don't set out with any particular formula. I just know how to make it so it will fire. And this is what happens. People are loving them.
Yeah.
This piece is making me a little bit emotional.
Oh, how lovely. I think it made Annagreta a little emotional too.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's really beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, that's what love does, isn't it?
Yeah. I also love, you know, I love this Irish and also this English and Scottish background that you have.
Yeah.
I think it has an influence a little bit on the art.
You think so? I haven't quite transcended my culture yet. No, this is a series I've been doing, and it was really came from Tina talking about how we've always thought aliens were, we've been told they were malignant and they were bad and they were going to take us over. And she was putting another slant on it that no, they're there to care for us. They're there to protect us. They come with love to say, we're watching you. We're watching out for you. It's okay. Don't be living in fear. And so I was doing a series based on that because where I live in the middle of nowhere. I see beautiful shapes in the clouds. So these are just they're not ones I actually saw here, funnily enough. I saw them in a photograph and they spoke to me. But they're all, so that's watercolor anyway.
Amazing. Some ships in the sky.
Yeah, someone's watching over us.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I thought God watching over us.
Yeah.
And the last one from Mary here.
Oh, I know what's coming up next. It's the bottom.
Yeah.
Yes,
to David naked woman on the half naked nature spirit.
yeah,
Hanging
I have some naked women as well, because I belong to a group in Limerick that we work in the university, and we're all very different ages, but we all love the practice of working from the human. And it's also a social as well as a skill refining exercise. And as I work with the human, and sometimes I find myself praying for them, because it's not an easy job just standing there stark naked. You know, you're very vulnerable. It's a very vulnerable thing, and you have to honor their dignity very much, both male and female. And I also challenge myself to work, as they call in French, sans crayon. In other words, without a pencil. So I try and slap the paint on and get something of the fluidity and the spiritual essence of the figure. But it's quite a problem. It's quite a challenge. But that's why I love working from the human figure. We're beautiful beings. We have beautiful bodies. And so often we don't realize how beautiful we are.
That's right.
No.
Yeah. That's what I try to say to myself when I'm in the bathroom.
I won't ask you to pose.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much, Mary.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was awesome. Beautiful.
Love that plate. I think that was my favorite.
Thank you, Mary.
Who said that? Who said they liked the plate best?
I did.
Oh, thank you, Christina. Thank you. It's very different.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have, wait a second.
You there, Annagreta?
I'm there. I'm just. I have a new, this one, and it was ringing like crazy because it's AM and PM, and I didn't understand that. So, sorry. Next one, please.
Okay, so now we're going to go on to Nick, who produces very interesting videos with sound and art. You there, Nick?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so let me see. I'll show the one that you sent me, huh?
Okay.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
That's my little spirit guide.
What's happening? What is happening? Did you see this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no.
You hear the music?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, beautiful.
What did you get? Did you get my phone? Oh no.
So metaphoric, you know, how we think darkness is overrolling us and then the darkness turns back into lightness and everything is woven into each other.
Oh, bugger. Excuse me.
Okay,
Yeah, he's got
I'll
a whole
stop
con-
this now, I believe.
Oh, I see.
So,
Reprimand, is there?
hey,
You're a little bugger.
what's your production here? Very
So yeah, just my brother and I, we tried to just kind of bring relaxation and like slow it down with a mash of art. So we do like nature videos, we do art videos, and we're just trying to kind of get a new audience, so to speak, kind of introduced to spirituality and like wisdom and spiritual wisdom. So we try to make it into like a visual video because everybody more nowadays is into video. So
Yeah.
you know, just trying something different, and we do it with art, nature. We've tried with different mediums like bubbles, and basically everything we do is like in slow motion. So to kind of get everybody to relax, because when you're more in a relaxed state and you take things more slowly, you can actually think more clearly. So it's kind of like the concept behind it. It's all brand new. So yeah, that's kind of like where I'm at, and then it's kind of like my journey. I have a newsletter as well. Basically the videos are like a visual representation of some of the newsletters that I've put out that have like I guess the spiritual wisdom. So I don't know, it's just a mash and combination of everything. We're just trying to express ourselves in whatever which way my brother and I can do. He's into the video aspect, so he went to school for cinematography and everything. That's his gift, and then mine, I just try to work with different mediums from acrylic, whatever comes, I guess, at that moment.
All right. Why don't I show
Yeah.
another one here with the bubbles?
Oh yeah,
That one looks
that'd
nice.
be cool. The one with the palm trees?
I see bubbles. Let me see.
Yeah, that one.
You see it already?
Well, no, I heard this song.
Okay, I can't. Where is it? Where is it?
Nick, do you do the music as well, or do you use open source music, or how do you do that part?
Yeah, that's all open source. So copyright or copy free.
Oh, that's cool.
Very cool. Love it.
Beautiful.
Love it.
Oh, how poetic. The poet in me is happy.
Lovely.
Lovely. Bewitching.
Beautiful.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Ah, so beautiful.
Really nice.
Very, very nice.
Did you make those bubbles yourself?
Yeah, we had to buy these little machines and bubble machines, and we were trying to. It was a breezy day, so I don't know how many takes we had. A little 5-minute, 3-minute video sometimes takes hours. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous.
And these for hours. They're lovely.
imagine in every bubble is a little spirit. That's how it really is. So many
Yeah.
spirits out here.
It's lovely.
The colors are amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the natural light, you know? So
Mhm.
that's nature doing its work.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the music, is it your music? Or-
Nah, that's copyright free music
Yes.
that we found. So
Mm. Oh, that's great. Mm.
I think if you watch that for a long time, you get so deep in theta frequency, then you can connect spirits.
Mhm.
Beautiful.
It's really mesmerizing.
Yes, it
Yep.
is.
hey, thanks, guys.
Mm.
The little or
You
All
could watch
right.
that all day.
Thank you.
beautiful.
Yeah, so that's our YouTube channel.
Mhm.
It's Arthakara. So yeah.
Maybe you want to put in the chat the name of your
Yeah.
YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know.
I had problems to upload them to my homepage, to the Facebook page from today. I don't know why. Could you upload them and post them in the private Facebook page?
Yeah, sure. Arthakara. Yeah, that's kind of funny. The name itself kind of came through like a dream, like a actual audio, and then
Mhm.
so then I kind of rolled with it, and then yeah, we just create these videos now. So
Mm.
Awesome.
Beautiful, Nick.
Oh,
Love.
cool.
Do you
Okay.
do it? Do you do it professionally, Nick? Do you sell your videos to people?
no, we just do it. I guess kind of like it's just free. We post everything on YouTube, whatever we work.
Okay.
There's
Okay.
some stuff that we've had flops, so then we have gaps between our videos, you know. So I mean, you know how that works with videos. So yeah, sometimes we have good material, don't have material after hours of work. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then plus I've been busy with the my newsletter side, which I kind of, you know, whatever mood I'm in, sometimes it's poetry. Typically I talk about like I guess insights in my life. More it kind of talks about like how mindfulness and meditation, how I've applied it in my life and how it, so you know, it's just a mash of everything. So I guess I'm just sharing whatever I possibly can to
Mhm.
hopefully awaken, relax, and you know, get
Lovely.
everybody to get together. So cool.
Sure.
Cool.
Sure. Thanks a lot. That was really nice.
Thank
Beautiful.
you. They're fantastic.
So,
And
yep.
You never know. You give an impulse to the field, to the energetic field, and you never know where on the other side of the planet something benefits from that, or what does it, which has on him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So feed the field with your beautiful energy.
Ooh.
Absolutely. And finally, we have Stephanie.
Definitely.
Stephanie.
Hey,
Hi.
Stephanie.
Yay.
Yes.
From Hawaii.
From Hawaii.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Hello.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Everyone.
It's
Lovely.
amazing.
I'm not. Thank you, everyone. I loved all your artwork. It's been such a great thing. Thank you guys for putting this together. How nice to meet other artists. And I am an artist in Hawaii, and I paint radical joy. I feel drawn to paint paintings of joy. I think that it really is, it's how to touch people, or how I touch people. And I loved what everybody was saying about their intuitive mind and their spirit, because I really feel like spirit brings me to my paintings each and every time. And I've been painting a long time, and I would say my scales, my practice all through my 20s and 30s. And I think I started making my living more from grit than I did from spirit. And now it all has combined over the last couple of years, and it's been delightful to let the intuitive kind of take control and know that the practice is there to bring it into fruition.
Wow.
The last one was called The Water Awaits, and this one's called New Dawn. And I do a method where the first layer is acrylic, but I think of it a lot like a watercolor, and I let it do its thing, and then I start to see what is being provided to me. And then from there, I probably do about 10 layers of oil paint, and that's where I bring out the luminescence in the colors.
Right.
Yeah. This looks like it looks like Hawaii to me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Very light frequency of Hawaii.
Yeah, I've been very lucky to be here for over 30 years. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Where are you born?
Island?
I was born in Brooklyn, New York.
Uh-huh. And on which island are you in Hawaii?
I'm in Maui.
Maui.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful painting behind you too.
This is one I'm working on now. So when COVID started, we haven't had any tourists here in quite some time. And I make my entire living off the tours. So it's been an interesting thing for me. But if you want to show the next one at the same time, you can, Matt. And I always feel, and this is a perfect example too, at the same time, the desire to keep changing, and yet sometimes my market and the understanding of the market and the success of some of the paintings, like the blue ones, keep me painting them, and they're beautiful to paint and I enjoy them, but Spirit's always telling me to move on at the same time. So when COVID happened, I started a big garden here at the house, and we kind of reinvested our love for gardening, which has been great. And these paintings, this one and the one you just saw, Mastering the Moment, all have been taking place since then. And inspired by my love of gardening, and inspired by an impressionist artist named Bonar, and they're really fun to do. I've just been having just a great time in my studio. And this one's called Home. It's also from this series.
Yeah,
and they start out very loose, and I really just let go, and really I have quite an understanding of color, so I can really let go and play with color and see how it evolves, and then start kind of go back and forth between my intuitive mind and my rational mind, seeing where your eye gets stuck in my rational mind, and then moving and understanding how to make that move. But then once I put my paint, my brush to the canvas, I'll start to move into my intuitive mind and just let it happen.
And how big is this one?
That one was 24 by 30 or 36, 24 by 36, I think. The inches. Sorry, you guys. I don't know how to convert.
Me neither.
And this one's called Home, and it found its home very, very quickly. And actually, I had two collectors at the same time, so that was very special.
Is it big like the one behind you?
The one behind me is probably almost 3 times the size, or 2.5 times the size, I would say.
Okay.
I've been wanting to paint very big during this time, so it's been very fun. I used to be a little bit more intimidated by painting big.
Yeah, I have seen your homepage, and I think you are doing very well and sell them quite good. And I
do. I sell them. I sell So I'm very fortunate. I've been at the Four Seasons Hotel here in Hawaii for 20 years, so I've gotten to meet many collectors. This one's called Heaven is Now, and this is a smaller painting, 11 by 14. Yeah,
it's lovely. Love it.
thank you.
I have seen them. I have seen pictures where you see them with the furniture of the living rooms.
Oh, you like those? Thank you, Annagreta.
Really, yeah, and they make this room so shining, and so they have such a good energy. You can really hang them on the most beautiful places, or they make ugly places beautiful.
Thank you. No. Well, you probably looked at my believe it or not, my old website now, because I'm launching a new website. It's not done yet in terms of, I'm going to have like when you see it, I'm going to put my website down. Oh, let's see. Oh, and this one's called The Eternal Now. And what was so special about this was really Spirit, just the whole bottom of the painting, just really, I walked back after maybe a couple hours, and I wouldn't have picked those color combinations. It just all happened. And that's really what you're looking for in the studio, is that magic where there's something that's just unexplainable, that has a mystery to it that you couldn't make up. And that's always what I'm looking for in my studio, is the mystery.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, so I launched my new website yesterday, although it's not complete yet. I just, my old website was up, and so it was time, and I've been working on it for 2 months. And so I'm stephaniesachs.com, and I'm going to have an opt-in that's not working yet, where people can download a free print. And so here, I'll put it in.
Very nice. Yeah.
So if you come back next week, you can get a free print. You can download a free print. This week, I'm still working on it.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, post the web page on my site. That is very welcome for all of you. So.
Well, almost done, ladies and gentlemen.
Yay.
So I think we got through everyone. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Would you agree that we post these videos on the Facebook page or on the YouTube channel of Spirits of Annagreta? Would you agree?
Of course, yes.